Okay, it's good. Hi, I'm Lauren Prochnow. I'm a senior at the University of Colorado Boulder, and my job for next year is at Wellspire, and I will be an associate advisor.
Perfect. So I just have a few questions and I just want to know what made you interested in this position.
Yeah, starting out being a freshman in college through like junior year, I didn't really have any idea what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to do anything with accounting or corporate finance. Then I finally took a personal finance class, and that kind of like I just became interested in it and actually like wanted to learn it and was pretty passionate about it. I also had the professor for that class. Um, Me and her got along really well, and she invited me into a master's level advanced portfolio management class. And we met just like off and on about how what she did in her career and how maybe I would like to do that in my career. And she kind of like helped me get the job and helped me interview prep for the job. And that's really when I became interested in wealth management.
Yeah, nice. Can you just walk me through the process you had to go through to get this job?
Yeah. So it started out as an internship and then they extended a full-time offer once I graduated. So I had three rounds of interviews. The first one was just totally virtual of questions would pop up on the screen. I had three attempts to answer them. And I think each question could be like a minute or two. And then I went on with meeting who was my boss over the summer, Stephanie. It was just a one-on-one interview. And then my final round of interview was a group interview where a few more people from the company joined.
During that interview, was it like mostly everyone asking you questions, or was it mostly like just one or two people asking the
Yeah.
questions?
They kind of just like popcorn questions around.
Yeah,
Both interviews were pretty like informal, so it was just them popping questions, them talking to each other, them talking to me. It wasn't nothing. None of them were like super formal, so it
yeah,
was just more like conversational.
sweet.
Mhm.
What what about this company like attracted you towards it?
Yeah. Going, it was my junior summer into my like senior year. So I knew I definitely needed to have an internship before graduating. And I knew I wanted it to be in wealth management, and the internship was just like a general wealth management internship. The company I wasn't looking, so there's two different types of like personal finance companies. One can be a registered investment firm, or there can be a broker dealer. And I knew I didn't want to be on the broker dealer side, so I was just looking at the RIA companies, and that's one that popped up. I also wanted to come home for the summer, so it was in Wisconsin, which worked well.
Yeah,
Um, so those were kind of my like minimum requirements for internships.
yeah, nice. Do you have any advice for someone that's a few years behind you, like myself, looking for internships and jobs?
Yeah, definitely apply to a bunch of them and apply early just to they're super competitive. So just like trying to be one of the like first few people to apply, I think is important. I also think like research the company, research the people that are interviewing you. I think that always comes off really well when you know more about them than they think you do. It's just flattering to them. Other than that, I think just like be yourself in the interview. Most people just want to know that you're like, obviously they've seen your resume and they know you're like qualified for the internship. So it's more just showing like, are you a person? Like, can you have a basic conversation
Yeah,
and kind of show like just like normal. I don't know what the
yeah,
word is. It's like I think one of the words is like just show you're like charismatic or something. I think
mm,
that's like something that'll like take you really far in an interview is just show you're a person.
yeah. um, did anything stand out to you during the interview process that you weren't really prepared for, or you were prepared for and you were lucky that you did, or anything like that?
Yeah. I did a lot of like mock interviews with my roommates, and I also had my one professor interview me, and just when I would respond, she would say like cut that out or say more of that, or like just like helped me prepare for it. I think the like always the harder questions are like where do you like struggle, or like when they try to like have you show them your flaws. I think those are always hard because you don't really want to like share what you're bad at, but they also like kind of want to know what you're struggling in. So those questions I always find difficult.
Yeah. Do you think your schooling prepared you well for this role?
Yeah, I think, well, most of my like, because I'm just a generic like finance major, I'm not a personal finance major. So most of my classes are more like corporate and finance classes. So none of those really like prepared me for the job. But when I started taking like, they were called business electives at Boulder. So I started taking like personal finance classes, estate planning classes, like tax planning. Those definitely helped me prepare more for the job than like my generic finance classes did.
Yeah. Nice. Let's see here. What was the process like for you to, I mean, I guess get the internship first and then get the job, but applying for the internship, was it kind of just like applications, or was it more like you're kind of using your connections as well with your professor, or like how did that really go down?
Yeah, I didn't have any connections to this company other than it was like near my hometown. Um, but yeah, I think I just had a resume submitted. I didn't have like a cover letter or anything. And the resume I worked mostly just like on my own with it. I think I gave it to my one professor once and she helped like tweak it. But definitely using like the school services to
Mhm.
like help them build your resume is important too.
Yeah. And then for your resume, I'm just curious, was it like just one page, or was your resume like, because I don't know, we talk about how our resume is like, as of right now, is like one page, and then you can't have like a cover sheet or whatever. I'm just kind of like curious of what your
Yeah,
resume
no,
looked like.
my resume was just one sheet. It was our Boulder, they have like a resume building like website. So I used that to like they kind of like would prompt you or say like it would like grade your resume basically. Yeah, mine was just one sheet. I didn't have many. I mean, I had other like jobs from high school that I had on there and like
Yeah.
I had a college part-time job, which I also think like if you have a part-time job in college, my when I was interviewing, they were like really impressed that I could like juggle school and a part-time job.
Yeah.
I think showing that you can like do both at once if you've done that is important too.
Yeah. It kind of just shows your time management skills a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, but mine was
Um,
just one page and like
yeah.
a brief overview of all the jobs I've had.
Sweet. Let's see here. I think that might be it.
Sweet.
So thanks for meeting with me. I actually really appreciate it. Helped me out a
Yeah,
lot.
of course.
See if I could stop this here.